you like to try that again?
Yes. Shuklam Haradharam Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye.
Yeah, much better. Thank you. Next.
Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Very nice. Next one.
Enakshara samamnayam Enakshara samamnayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavi Jasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishava Hai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
What would you like to do today? Are you ready for more consonant sandhis, or do you need more of a break, or shall we do a couple of consonant sandhis and another topic? Where are people at?
More consonant Sandhis, please.
Consonant sandhis? Okay. Other preferences? Some signs of life. It's okay.
Could you give some examples of where we might find the consonant sandhis, how to look for them in the text and things like that? Because it's all really very abstract at this point, and it's hard to assimilate it under those circumstances.
Yeah, we can do a little bit of that.
Swamini, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do we have sandhis?
It's all for the ease of articulation. Sanskrit is a very economical language, and it is based totally on human voice acoustics. So, from that standpoint, when two things come together, they transform according to, as we have seen, very, very specific rules. Okay? Yeah.
It makes it more complicated.
The examples that we have to answer Sarah's question are all from the Bhagavad Gita, most of them. Yeah, so I will point that out, so we'll see. So it will become a little more clear if it's put in a sentence or something like that. Okay? Yeah. We'll try to do that once we absorb the rules. So consonant sandhis, yes? Okay. So then, without much ado, let us go. Let me just put away the Taittiriya Upanishad. Where did it go? Here. 1 second. It was just here. Now it's hiding somewhere. 1 second. Here it is. I think we finished the dental palatal and the cerebral palatal ones, correct? Yes?
Yes, Swami.
Yeah. So that we have done. So let us go to the next rule, which talk about substitutions. Yeah, dental and cerebral consonant replacements we have seen. Let me share this, and so we will see this. Are you able to view this?
Yes, Swami.
Are you seeing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So substitution, this comes under substitution of consonants, and this is a very famous one. And this says, I mean, according to, if you look at it from the Paninian standpoint, it says, in place of jhal letters, jash letters are substituted when jhash follows. And then we'll just go back quickly and revise what are these jhal letters, what are jhash letters, and what are jash letters. So jhalam, so in place of jhal letters. What is jhal letter? Can anybody read this?
Any consonant except nasal and semilunar.
Yeah, so that is jhal. So jhalam, and then, so what happens? Jhalam, and then jash. Class 3 letters are the substitute when what? What is the condition? When jhash follows. When class 3 and class 4 letters of each group of consonants follow, then we use the class 3 letters of each group. Okay, so that is what it is. And so to put it in English, let us see. This is from the Paninian, the Paninian standpoint. In place of jhal letters, in place of any consonant other than nasal or semi-vowels, when it is followed by, class 3, class 4 letters, then it turns into a class 3 letter. Okay, so then let us look at it in English. When any consonant other than nasal or semi-vowel is followed by class 3 or class 4 letters of any group, then that consonant is substituted by class 3 letters. So AC except nasals or semi-vowels plus class 3 or class 4 ends up where that which is on the left-hand side of the plus sign is substituted by class 3 letters, okay? And these are, most of the examples given here are internal. So it's very difficult to find the context, even though I know it will make it all, a little more whatever clear. But it's difficult to find the context because it is budh, to know, plus dha, and then it is an internal sandhi. So what happens? So here, what's on the left-hand side? Is it any consonant? Dha. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So then is it followed by class 3 or class 4 letters?
Class
Yes.
4.
Class 4. So one of them. So it fulfills the condition. So now what is substituted? What is the substitution, first of all?
The is substituted.
Yeah, which
With
dha?
the
There are two dha.
Left side.
No. Yeah, what is the substitution? Class 3, okay? And what is substituted?
The
Yeah, which dha? There are two.
The. Oh,
The
the
is
first bit.
substituted with the
Yeah, but which dha? There are two dhas. This one?
the one from
left side.
left side before the plus.
Left-hand side of the plus sign. So then, so we have budh plus dha, and then this is the past participle, buddha. Buddha, no. Same thing. This is for past participles. We see this a lot. Labh plus dha, same thing. This is a class 4 letter. This is a class 3 or class 4 letter. So this is a class 4 letter. Bha is any consonant. And then the bha becomes class 3, which is ba. And so we have labdha. Okay. So same thing here. Shuddh plus ti. Then this is here the example of class 3. So this is so then it becomes Shuddh plus dhi. Shuddhi. Actually, this becomes shuddh. This is not fully correct because the whole thing we have not seen here. Let's derive this here.
Swamniji, ta is not class 3 or class 4.
No,
So-
see, this is coming in the what's its name? It is actually that is what is it is changed here. Yeah, it is changed here. Okay, because there is a sutra that in place of ti, it should be substituted by this. There is another Paninian sutra. Okay, so that is what we are finding. Let me just write this here. So this is the form here. This is the original. This is the feminine ti, which becomes dhi in certain cases when some things follow, etc., etc. So this is the correct one. So here this follows the sample here given, the example. So shuddh, this is any consonant plus dhi here. And then what do we get? Shuddhi. Shuddhi, cleanliness, shuddhi, cleaning, etc. And then same thing, this shuddh plus tha again becomes shuddh plus dha. And so the third becomes dha here by some other sutra, some intervening thing. And then we have shuddha, same thing. If you remove this dhi, it will be shuddha. Labh plus dhi, labdhi.
The
So this
T
is also
becomes
dha
D,
here.
right?
Sorry?
The T becomes
was that?
D, right?
Yeah, the ti becomes dhi. And so here, labdhi also, it becomes dhi here.
Labdhi. Oh.
And then, so the final form will be labdha or labdhi. Okay. And then if we do the same thing here, if we unravel this, would you like to unravel this and see what you get? Siddhi.
So it's sit with a
You want to sit?
pause. Can you hear me?
What was that?
This is sit.
Is it not Shibdi?
Sit
Yeah.
plus D.
No, it's
Sit,
Shibdi.
first class
Siddh.
D. Sid
So
plus
siddh.
D.
Okay. Siddh.
Plus D.
Siddh plus T. Yeah. Or
D.
Siddh plus D.
Just let us do the first thing here. Siddh plus
D.
dhi. That's all we'll do here, according to this. Otherwise, it will get confusing. Siddh plus dhi.
Solange, may I ask a question? Number one, how does this T go to T?
I'll look it up and tell you. I'll look up the sutra and tell you. Okay?
Oh, okay. Okay, Solange, thank you.
So,
Swamiji,
but
equal to, is it not plus there? Siddh
sorry?
plus, is it
Yeah,
plus
plus,
D,
plus.
right?
Yeah, you're right. It is plus. Okay. Okay. Baddha.
This is pa, pa,
Bha.
fourth class B plus fourth class
Badha.
da. Bata.
What was that?
Can you not, can anybody hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Bad plus dha.
Okay. And then Arabdha.
Arabha.
Arabdha.
Plus dha.
The. Arabdha. Bha.
Okay.
Swaminiji, is this always like this, or is it just in special sutras?
Uh, I don't know what you mean by special sutras.
I mean, is this in special padas that it's been
You
used?
know, we
or-
find it a lot in the internal sandhis, as we have seen here, especially with the use of the past passive participle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one we have already done in Labdhi. So, you know, we are not going to do that. Okay. So this is Jhalam. Just see, because generally when the sandhis are between two independent words, they are not generally compulsory. So it's optional. But here, when you see it within a word, it is compulsory.
Okay.
It has to be done. Shall I erase this?
Swaminiji, question: would that need to be reduced out if you're removing all the sandhis to T in each T in ta, T for number 1 and ta for number 2 and 3?
Wait, let me try to increase the volume. I'm having trouble hearing people. Yeah, go ahead. Please
Sorry,
repeat
for
that.
number
Sorry.
1, is the intention to reduce those to remove all the sandhis on number 1, 2, and 3 on the right side, so that it would be T, ta, and ta, and not
Yeah,
the
so we
soft
can do that.
consonant?
But I just thought we'll just stick it to this so that we only look at this rule here.
Okay, got it. That I wasn't following
Yeah.
totally.
So
Thank you.
we can do that. You know, we can do that, which is again this would become T. But since we haven't, we are not looking at that. I just thought we can just stop at this rule. Otherwise, it will get more complicated. Okay. May I
Yes.
erase this?
Yes.
Yes, Swaminiji.
Yes, fine.
Okay, let's go to the next. To go to the next page, we have to do this. This one is a fun one. It is called Tor Li, which means a dental consonant followed by l is changed into l. And we have lots of examples of this in the Bhagavad Gita. Abrahma, let me write this. Yeah, hold on. This is in the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. There is a word, Abrahma bhuvanal lokat punaravarti norjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. So we have a word, Abrahma.
Half an hour or an hour. It never takes so slow.
Abrahma. Brahma Bhuvanat Lokat. Okay. So, Abrahma Bhuvanat plus Lokat. Abrahma Bhuvanat means up to and including Brahma Loka. Abrahma Bhuvanat plus Lokat. So, does it follow, does it fulfill the conditions? A dental consonant. On the left hand side of the plus sign, we have a dental consonant, Takara. Yes, dental consonant, followed by la is changed into la. So again, the operation is taking place on the left hand side, and so instead of this the becomes l. So then, what does it become? Abrahma Bhuvanal Lokat.
In this case, Swaminji, is it doubled? Then is it la la?
Yeah, it is doubled. So I'm just going
Thank
to
you.
write that. So one
Okay.
is half and the other one is full. Abrahma Bhuvanal Lokat. The tha becomes la. Where Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, even if you go by the dint of your punya, all the way up to Brahmaloka, you will come back. Whereas if you gain me as the truth of yourself, there is no return into the world of samsara, etc. So, Brahma Bhuvanal Lokat. Bhuvanat Lokat. Bhuvanal Lokat. And then other, tat plus layaha, a dental consonant. So it is actually, let's say first it is tat plus, you can even go straight away like this. But here the example is given tad layaha to give a different dental consonant, but that's okay. So tat plus layaha. How did it become tad layaha? Because we have that sutra va avasane, so it can either be tat or tad if it's not followed by something else which makes it change compulsorily. So then it could be either tat or tal. Tad, it doesn't make any difference because both are dental consonants, and that it's a very simple rule. So then we have to we just have to change this tat plus layaha. We change it to, what does it become? Tallayaha. And it's already written here. So this tat is a half ta. So then again it becomes a half la. Simple as that. Okay. Other examples. Tad
Swamiji,
plus. Yeah.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
so
Tell me.
this is not a internal sandhi, right? This is a two words coming together.
Yeah, this is two words coming together. Especially in when we have compounds, etc. It happens.
Okay.
And so that
Swamiji,
like
Swamiji,
the
one more
question.
question. This tat becomes thal, is it?
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
dental consonants changes into la. It's only for dental consonants. A dental consonant followed by la, that dental consonant changes into la. Okay? Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Swamiji, may I ask a question also? But when we see this with the double la, when we see the word, we don't know which dental consonant this is when we when we
Part.
redo
Yeah,
this.
that is correct. You don't know, but then because you are getting familiar with Sanskrit and the words, so you know that okay, it must be one of the dental consonants, and then so you try, and then you see okay, okay, let's do it with this one. Let's do this. Let's say you come across a word, this one. Can you read that?
Jagallayaha.
Ila, can you read that?
Yeah, I can read this. This is Jagalayaha.
Very good. So then, where should be the dental consonant?
Behind the ga.
Yeah,
After
after the
the-
ga. Okay.
After
So
the-
that half la is the dental consonant. So you can try.
Exactly.
So how many dental consonants are there?
Ta, ta,
Yeah.
ta,
Yeah. So does ta fit?
ta, no. Jagat, jagat, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It
So that's
fits,
how
yeah.
you do. And
Okay.
as your vocabulary
Yes.
increases, it will be
Yes.
easier to spot it. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Swami.
Yeah. So then Jagallayaha, and then this one we have already seen, Bhuvanat Lokat, Bhuvanal Lokat. Now there is a small caveat. Supposing the dental consonant is na, and the na is followed by la, then it still changes into la, but a nasalized la with a anuswara, Chandrabindu, the crescent moon, and a dot over it. So this is again from the Bhagavad Gita. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. There is a sentence. Shraddhavan, here the one endowed with Shraddha labhate. Kim labhate? Jnanam labhate. So Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Okay. So this is the nasal of the belonging to the class of dentals, and then it is followed by la. So same thing happens. If you just for the time being don't look at this, it's still Shraddhaval labhate, but then as a nod to the nakara which was there, that nasalization becomes a kind of a what is that? What is that? This anuswara it becomes, okay? Yeah, a nasalized l. Is this clear?
Swaminiji, is the Anusvara supposed to be above the first la or the second la?
Here it is difficult to say. Over the first one, the nasalized
Oh.
one. Here it is in each of these examples, it is difficult to say because they are, there is the, the swara. See, for example, here the li, both of them have become one here. So there is one single, this, what is that, the ikara. So it just goes on top of that one here. But here it
Is
is
there a
clear.
difference in the pronunciation also? How do you pronounce this differently?
Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. You nasalize the la like that.
No.
So here, to answer Chris's question, since the two, the two samprikta, they are two together here. This samprikta vyanjana. Since there are two, you just put it on top of that one, so it doesn't matter. But the first one is nasalized when you pronounce it. Okay, got it? Let's look at some more examples. Jahat plus lakshana. Who would like to try that?
Jahal Lakshana.
Jahal lakshana. Very good. Ud plus lekha.
Ullekha.
Ullekha.
Ullekha. Iman plus lokan.
Iman Lokan.
Yaman Loka.
Okay, I'm going to write it and you are going to help me write it. Whoever said that or all of you together can help me write it, okay? So, Iman Is this correct?
No, the
yeah,
Anuswaga is missing.
yeah,
Chandra Bindu is
missing.
required.
The Chandra Bindu is missing here. So, Imal Lokan. Actually, usually it comes here. I think this on this side of the swara. So here it will come. Sometimes the pen doesn't write.
Lokan.
Yeah, it will come after the this particular whichever vowel is here. It will come after that.
Is that pronounced any differently?
Yeah.
It's pronounced with the first L being nasalized. That's technically, but really speaking, it's hard to, it doesn't matter. Imal Lokan. So the first na is the nasalization happens here. Okay? Here, I suppose we can draw a nose and then it's nasalized. All right. Yeah. So, okay. Hanuman langhate. Hanuman leaps. That's what he does best. Hanuman langhate.
Hanumal Lankati.
Yeah, with the nasalized thing. Okay, do you want me to write it? No. Okay, good. So now let us break a few of these just to get the hang of it a little more. Ajahal Lakshana.
Ajahat Lakshana. Lakshana.
Ajahat plus Lakshana. This I need not write because it's exactly like the other one. We have seen it written down. Let's go to the next one. Ullanghyate.
Ut plus Langhayate.
Yeah. Yeah. Ullanghyate. Ut plus Langhayate. This also in a way similar, so we need not write this down. Shubhan Lokan.
Shubhan plus Lokan.
Shubhan plus Lokan.
No, Shubhan.
Shubhan. It's going all over the place, but you get the idea. Plus Lokan. Pashyan likhati.
Pashyan
likhati. Seeing, he or she writes, meaning he's copying the other student's exam answer. Okay? Yeah. So that's the only explanation. All right. Let's go to the next. Can we go to the next one?
Yes.
This is clear? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now we have a whole section of Anuswara rules, okay? And each one is progressing one from the other. So, this we already know. The good thing is, the first one we already know. So, it is for free. Ma, occurring at the end of the word is changed into Anuswara when followed by any consonant. Do we know this or not already?
Yes.
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 Thank God. Yeah. So, thank God we already know this. And even more, double thank you to God, to Bhagavan, that we remember we know this. Okay. So, example, Ramam Bhaje. So, Ramam, here it is written down, but it is Ramam Bhaje. Aham Karomi. Aham Karomi. And so many examples. Papam plus harati, papam harati. All this is changed into the dot above. Kim shariram, again dot above. Devam jayati. This we know, all of them we know very well. Okay. And here if you want to unpack this, make it into this vigraha here. So we say Kim karoti. So we write down Kim plus karoti. You want me to write this?
No.
You know this, right? Yeah.
No.
Odanam khadami. So you spell out the makara and then sukham labhate. So this is very easy. Idam pathanam bhavati. This is called study. Okay. So now this is a very simple rule. Makara at the end of the word is changed into anuswara. When it is followed by any consonant whatsoever, you don't have to think about it. This is a no-brainer. Now, the next one is Nashcha Apadantasya Jali. So this one says, when n or m, nakara or makara, are followed by any consonant, they change into anuswara. Then what's the difference between the first one and the second one? Well, this is only for makara. The rule, by this 8.3.24, this rule, the rule extends. The anuswara rule extends to nakara also. But the nakara rule is only apadantasya, meaning it is within a word. This is not like, for example, I'll write this down. This will become very clear if let's think of something here. For example, Raman let's see, Raman let's say somebody is worshipping many Ramas. Don't know how this is possible, but this is just for the sake of grammar. Raman plus, let us say, bhajate, bhajati, or even if we make it first person, Raman bhaje, I worship many Ramas. If I say, then what will be the outcome by this rule? Nothing. It will stay like that because these are two separate words. So there'll be a zero change. There will be no change at all. Okay? But, here, Yashan, the example given is an internal Sandhi example. Yashan plus C. What is this C? This C is the plural. What is that? Pratyaya in the declension. Yashas, yashasi, yashamsi. All right? Yeah, so Yashan plus C does not stay the same because it is within a word. So within a word, when nakara and makara are followed by any consonant, they compulsorily change into anuswara. Akram plus yate. Again, these are all verbal pratyayas, verbal endings. And so therefore, this rule is, this rule cannot be, there is no, it has to be, it is compulsory within a word, and does not apply outside of the word. So naha cha means for in place of na also anuswara is put when it is within a word. Apadanta. Padanta means padanta means what? At the end of the word, but apadanta means within a word. So when jhal follows, jhal means, again we know, any consonant except nasals or semi-vowels, when they follow within a word, then it changes into anuswara. Like C. C is any consonant except semi-vowel or nasal. So yashamsi, akramsyate. Some other example. Tapan plus C plus S and E. What happens?
Tapansi.
Tapansi.
Tamamsi, Manamsi, Rajamsi, Vachamsi, Vasamsi. And so this is for Sarah. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Also from the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Vasamsi means clothes. Jirnani, old clothes. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Like this. There is in the second chapter, we'll come to that soon in our Gita study. Okay. And then Vidvamsau, Vidvamsaha, Shreyamsau, Shreyamsaha, Pumamsau, Pumamsaha, Namsyati, Hamsi. Okay, like that. Then,
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So when the Anuswara comes, when do you pronounce it as a versus a
When the Anuswara comes, what? Do you pronounce it as what?
Versus like tapam, see you
Not
said tapam.
yeah. It becomes tapam si.
And when
Yasham si.
And at some point in time, it is, in some cases, it is right? Not
We are coming to that rule.
Okay.
Just now. Yeah. Hang in there. We are coming to that rule. So this one is very nice. Interesting rule. Anuswarasya yayi parasavarnaha. And then another rule which attaches to it, va padantasya. Very interesting because this one, says, this one, you can skip this one now. This one goes directly from this one, which is the first one in the nasalization rules. Convert the ma at the end of the word into anuswara, and if when followed by any consonant. So if this is understood, then this is a extension or a rebuttal of this that particular sutra. What it says is, okay, so you got the first level of this here. For example, what did you say? Anuswarasya yayi parasavarnaha. So, okay, hang on. Let me try to get one example which, let's take the same thing, No, but that's not a good example. So we'll take something else. Ramam Bhaje is not such a good example because that makara is already there. So let's take something else, okay? So let us take an internal Sandhi example. That's a good one. Let's take some plus bandhaha. So by the first rule, what would it become?
Would be an anuswara.
It would be an anuswara. So this is an apavada. This overrules that rule. So in the beginning, it would just be like this. Something is happening here. Okay, here. It would just be written like this. Okay. But this rule says this is not correct anymore unless you're writing in the Hindi language. This overrides that and extends it to say, don't be so lazy. What you have to do is yayi parasavarnaha means that it should be changed into the nasal of the class to which the following letter belongs. So what is the following letter? Ba, right? So this anuswara should be changed into the nasal of the following letter. What is that? Huh?
Ba.
What is the nasal then?
Makara.
Yeah.
Ma.
So it is ma sambandhaha. So anuswarasya, in place of the anuswara, change it into what is that? Into the nasal of the word of the letter that follows. Another example, sham Sham means blessing. Like Sham. Plus Naha. Sham Naha. What will it become by this rule?
Shannaha.
Shanna.
Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha. That's the one. How did we get Shanno? That is how it is. Yeah.
So you see those doubling of the nakara and the makara
Yeah.
a fair amount,
Yeah,
right?
it's not doubling. It's in place of Anuswara. Whatever is after that, it takes the nasal of that which is after, of the following word. So the nasal, it's already a nasal, so it's taking that nasal. So let's take another one with Sham here. Sham plus
Karoti.
Sham plus Karaha. What do we get?
Shankara.
Shang.
What do we get? Sham plus Karaha?
Shankara.
Yeah.
Shankara.
Before we would have written it with the Anuswara. Now we take the nasal of the Kakara. Okay. So what is the nasal of the Ka group? Kavarga? Yeah. So this is what we will write here like this, stacked. Shankaraha. Okay. Do you see how did this changed into the nasal of this one? Got it? Yeah. So then let us look at the rule a little more in detail. We'll have lots of examples. Let me rub this out. An Anuswara followed by any consonant, because this is yai letters, okay? When followed by yai letters, what is yai? Any consonant except for sibilants, ha and ra. Got it? That is yai. Do you want to know how, that is what yai is? And if you look at the Maheshwar Sutras, so you start with, Hayavarat, that ya, to all the way to Kapai. That one. So, Anuswara followed by any consonant except for the following. Ra, it should not be followed by, then this rule is not there. Sa, sha, sha, ha. In which case, the Anuswara remains. Anuswara is not changed. When it is followed by ra, sha, sha, or ha. Okay, like for example, let me illustrate this right now so that we get we are clear about what we are talking. All right. So, supposing if I said some, yeah, ignore that line on top. It was a mistake. Some plus haraha. What will happen here? What will happen?
Exception.
It will be an Anuswara.
Samharaha.
Yeah, how will you write it?
With the Anuswara on top of sa.
Yeah. This one will change into, Anuswara, and it will just be samharaha. Why? Because there is no, there is no parasavarna for any of this. Parasavarna means there is no similar nasal for any of these. What kind of a similar nasal will be there for rakara? None. What kind? Same thing for the sibilants or for her. Okay. So in that case, it will remain the same and it will be pronounced But then, where the parasavarna, the savarnyam is there, then it will take on the anuswara is changed into the nasal of the class to which the following letter belongs. And here, this is what it is. It is compulsory within a word and optionally when it occurs at the end of the word. So, for example, sambandha, it is compulsory. Shankaraha, it is compulsory. But tvam karoshi, meaning you do. These are two separate words. Tvam is a separate word. And then karoshi. Either you can say tvam karoshi or you can say tvam karoshi. So this is optional if it's at the end of the word, compulsory when it's in the beginning of the word. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Let us look at some example. Let us do some derivations here. Let us try the third one.
Ganga.
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 Yes. Number 3.
Ganga.
Who wants to try?
Ganga.
So first we can say by the anuswara rule, it will just become, what will it become?
Gam.
Ganga. But then this rule overrides that. And since it is within a word, it is compulsory. So then it will become Ganga. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lan plus ghana. Too fast.
Langhana.
Yeah, same thing here. So this nga will come and then you will write langhana. Pan plus chana.
Panchana.
Anjana.
Got it? Yeah. You want me to write the whole word? No need, no? Yeah.
No.
An plus jana.
Anjana.
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 Anjana. Anjana.
Oh, Pandit.
Anjana. Pan plus dita. This is a nice one. Pan plus dita.
Pandita.
Pandit.
Pandita. Okay. This is just practicing the conjunct consonants. That's what we are doing here. So that we get the right one here. So now on this side are the optional one. Karyam karomi. Yes?
When we make conjunct consonants, sometimes we put one on top of another. Sometimes we put one next to the other.
Yeah,
is there a rule we should follow when we make them?
Yeah, this is all set. So some of them are the stacking kind, and some fonts don't have it when you type. That's the thing.
Right.
And then some when you write, this is how you're told to write. Some of them are side by side. Some of them are stacking. Some of them, the few are irregular. We went over them when we studied the conjunct consonants. Okay. Yeah.
Swamini ji, it is Pandita, the seventh one, na or just the na?
No, Pandita. I wrote it, no. I wrote it. You want me to write it again?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Na, it is na, okay? Because it has to follow the nasal of that which immediately follows, okay? Yeah. So it is na. And it will be half because that is half over there. So let's go down a bit. So here, here it's within the word, it is, nandana. This will remain the same. And then gran plus tha, this will also remain the same because it's already matched up. Okay? Yeah. Now, karyam karoti, karyam karomi. What will happen?
Karyam karomi.
Karyam karomi. And then again, this will come. Okay, the nga will come. Kshetram charanti.
Kshetram charanti.
Kshetram charanti.
Kshetram charanti. Palatal. Palatal nasal. This makara will be turned into the talavya nasal. Okay. Shokam tarati.
Shokantarati.
Shokantarati. Samkashah, sankashah, samtapah, santapah. Okay. All right. Then, next one. This one I think we already saw. Yashansi. Yeah, we've seen this. This is occurring twice. Yeah. Okay. Now we are into augments and doubling rules. Should we leave that for tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, Swaminiji.
Yes. Yeah, that was kind of a unanimous yes. Yeah, we'll leave this for tomorrow. We'll do that for tomorrow. And then we can, what I'd like to do is then, there are 2, 3, 4 rules. Yaro nasiko anunasiko va. And then, that's it. So tomorrow we can finish. And then we can also go into seeing how to use adjectives in sentences. What should the adjectives do, etc., etc. And so give yourself a big clap. It's almost at the end. Lot of progress was made today. And then we'll see each other tomorrow. Okay? Any questions before we sign off?
Just curious, how many such rules are there, Swaminiji?
This is just a small smattering. I mean, there's rules and rules and rules and sub-rules and within rules and rules within rules within rules within rules. Yeah.
Well, Manishi, I do think it's easier than all the charts that which with the consonants are very hard to remember. I think the rules they tend to stick a little better.
Yeah, that's why I just, when I taught this for the university class, I just chose the main ones that we will use and see. And then these are the main ones. This is what we are going to do. So, so that is, a few others are left. We'll finish them. Okay.
Okay, someone.
Sorry? Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Swaminiji.
Thank you, Swaminiji.
Thank you. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I hope everyone will come back tomorrow.
No, actually,